Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we're going to be talking about how to find the abandoned cars in the new Need for Speed Payback update. Now, also, I want to give a big thanks to the guys over at EA for bringing me out so I can film this stuff early for you guys and then bring it to you as quick as possible. But again, big thanks to those guys. So getting into the abandoned cars themselves, the abandoned cars, basically you'll get a little notification on screen that will tell you that there is a abandoned car somewhere on the map, and your task is to go and find it. Your task is to go and figure out where it is, and then once you find it, you have to get it back to the garage for Rav, so you can customize it and all that sort of stuff, but then it's yours. So basically, the process of this involves going all around the map and figuring out a general area of where the car is, sort of like finding a derelict, but a little bit different to where, basically, it's like finding a derelict, but the car is already assembled. So it's kind of, if you don't like having to find parts for the derelict cars, you just want to find something that's already assembled and ready to go, this is actually really, really fun for that reason, because once you find it, boom, it's yours. So again, basically how it works is you'll see it on the map, you'll see it right there, you pull up to it, hit RB, or if you're on PlayStation, it'll be, oh gosh, I don't remember what the PlayStation button for that is, but it'll be the PlayStation equivalent button, and once you get in the car, you will start a police chase. Now, the whole objective of this is, like, basically, once you get in the car, they're gonna be like, we're looking for this car, we need to go find it, and then your objective is to get away as quickly as possible and get back to Rav at the garage. So, as you can see, my first attempt, I got busted. I was not getting away very quickly the first time, and, yeah, I should say I was doing well until they surrounded me. They basically blocked me from the front, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just reverse back. It'll be no problem. Well, yeah. You know where that went? That went in, shortly into a scenario of me getting busted because there was a cop behind me, and I had no clue about it. I had absolutely zero clue he was there. Tried to back up, and they were like, nah, fam, and just boxed me in, and I was done. So, anyways, getting back into what we're talking about here, the police chase itself is quite fun, especially because of the fact that when you find these cars right off the bat, they're not actually, well, depending on the car, but this particular one, the Hakosuka GTR, is actually not all that fast compared to, say, for example, a lot of the other cars in the game, so it definitely adds a fair amount of challenge to the gameplay that you're going to be dealing with here when you're running away from the cops. So, running away from the cops, I will say with these, also, before I forget to mention it, or before we get to the part in the video, the rhinos are absolutely oh my god. When the rhino comes after you, you just better be ready, because, like, you barely see the little icon on screen that says, like, rhino incoming, and then, like, it doesn't even feel like a millisecond after you see it, it's already on top of you, and it's very, very hard to avoid those things. So be aware of them, be conscious of them, and make sure that they don't just take you out, because if they push you into a wall, oh my god, there are, like, these police are smart. They're smart to the point where they'll let the rhino come after you, smash into the front of your car, and then smash your car into a wall, and then they will surround you and basically corral you and bust you. So they are definitely quite smart, and they've got some brains behind them. And this point right here in the chase, I was actually like, it was weird because I took him out, but I actually ended up just kind of slamming into a wall myself, and thankfully the other cop pushed me from behind. But this part right here, dude, oh my god, when that rhino comes out of nowhere, and it's funny because, like, it says rhino incoming, and he ends up being, like, right there, but the thing is, on the video itself, it looks like you have all the time in the world. When you're actually playing, and you're focused on the car, and you're focused on driving, there's a lot less of that. Like, you don't feel like you actually have that much time. It becomes, like, to where it needs to be just an immediate, like, jerk reaction almost to get out of the way of that rhino. And honestly, I mean, that's a good thing. It makes it really intense and really challenging and really difficult, and sort of reminiscent of the rhino units from Most Wanted 05, where they would just be absolutely relentless, and they would take you out no matter what. the crazy part about those is they would come in pairs. If you remember, they would come in pairs. These don't necessarily do that, but even so, they're a much bigger vehicle than the old Rhinos used to be, so they can cover some serious ground. They can cover some hella serious ground, actually. So you just have to make sure that you really watch yourself and really watch your back when they're on their way, because they, like I said, they will take you out in a heartbeat. Now, contrary to where I thought we were going, I didn't realize that we were literally heading straight for a wall, and they ended up actually just taking a bunch of themselves out, which I didn't realize would be, and I'm not going to say that's a valid strategy, because it's not. Don't think that I'm being like, oh yeah, just like aim for a wall, and they'll all take themselves out. It's not necessarily a valid strategy, but, I mean, hey, sometimes whatever works, works. So now that we're getting close to the garage, basically, the closer you get to the garage, like once you start to get to the garage, especially if you've taken a lot of the cops out, they'll start to kind of fade away a little bit. And as long as, well, now I should say, as long as you've escaped, as long as you've, you know, put considerable distance between you and them. But once you get inside the garage, I actually didn't really realize that at this point I didn't really have that much stuff unlocked because of the basically the PCs we were playing on didn't actually have a bunch of things unlocked, and so basically what I did was I went in to customize a few things, and you'll see the things in here that I was able to customize, but I actually realized that there were some things that I couldn't, so what I did was I exited the garage, went around in free roam, did a few different things, and also stopped by a parts shop to get some speed cards and upgrade the car and stuff like that, and then came back and had access to a few other modifications, like, you know, like wheels and stuff like that, but which I was kind of like, I need those. It's like I didn't want to be running around on the stock wheels, but got into a parts shop, got some speed cards, got everything sorted out. I mean, I didn't, you know, max out the car or anything like that, but definitely improved it a little bit over stock. And when doing the wheels, I was actually really interested to see how some of these wheels, the modern wheels, would look on a more classic style car that we're dealing with here. So, and some of them do look really good, but I decided to go with this sort of modern / retro style set of SSRs, and I think they suit the car pretty well. I think they really kind of accent that look that I was trying to go for. And keep in mind, I didn't do every little panel on the car, but I did do a few things. I did the wheels, front bumper. Well, I actually put the oil cooler where the front bumper used to be. Did the massive wing, because you need to have the wing. You need to be, I mean big wang gang, bro. You have to have it, right? Well, sort of have to have it. It depends. I mean, some people are like, no, how dare you put that on the car? And I'm like, it is. They are functional though. I will say, you know, if you're talking about real life, they are functional. I'm not sure about their functionality in the game, but, I mean, a big APR wing like that, I mean, in real life, hell yeah, that'd be insanely functional. So, you got to think about it in that regard, too. But at the end of the day, I was actually happy with how it turned out. I mean, I know it's not, like, fully customized or anything like that, but again, remember what we were working with, how we didn't have all the parts unlocked, and we had to go back through and re-unlock them. But anyways, the car itself is really fun to drive, and once you upgrade it, it can be quite quick. And I didn't quite get all the way out on that jump. I was like, I just wanted to do a little bit of a jump just to see what would happen and how it would react. But I really, really do like this car, and I think this whole idea of finding these abandoned cars is going to be a really, really fun gameplay dynamic. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments down below what y'all thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time. Talk to you guys later.